corpses, taken from the county jail by a set of Claudius chances. Surely never had a man so adventurous a tale.
Gentlemen, I'm much touched by this reception. I can only trust that by strict attention to duty, I shall ensure a continuance of those favours which it will ever be my study to deserve. If I should ever be called upon to act professionally, I'm happy to think that there will be no difficulty in finding plenty of people whose loss will be a distinct gain to society at large. As someday it may happen that a victim must be found, I've got a little list of society offenders who might well be underground and who never would be missed. There's the pestilential nuisances who write for autographs, or people who have flabby hands and irritating laughs, or children who are up in dates and floor you with them flat, or persons who on shaking hands shake hands with you like that, and all third persons who on spoiling tete-a-tetes insist. They'd none of them be missed. He's got 'em on the list. He's got 'em on the list, and they'll none of them be missed. They'll none of them be missed. There's the income tax commissioners and all their prying clerks. We know that they exist. I've got them on the list. And vulgar little street boys who are rude in their remarks and who never will desist. I've got them on the list. And all the water companies who violate a pledge. For them I use a hatchet with a rather jagged edge. And the British rail official who, when services don't go, lays all the blame on fallen leaves and inappropriate snow. And that singular anomaly, the extra lyricist, well, I don't think he'd be missed. I'm sure he'd not be missed. He's got him on the list. He's got him on the list, and I don't think he'll be missed. I'm sure he'll not be missed. There's the Welsh MP who wore a rose and talked for far too long. I think you get my gist. Well, I had him on the list, and the people who admit they like the Eurovision song, let none of them be missed. There's the folks who've given Disneyland a continental house. It's not the same to hear them shouting, "Voici Mickey Mouse." There's the man in grey who seems to be a major cause of strife and who thinks Bellini's Norma is the story of his wife. But it really doesn't matter whom you put upon the list, for they'd none of them be missed. You may put 'em on the list, and they'll none of them be missed. They'll none of them be missed. Gentlemen, I
expect my 3 beautiful wards, Yum Yum, Peep Bo, and Pity Sing, in a few minutes. If you would kindly receive them with a show of abject deference, I shall feel obliged to you. Pooh-Bah! It seems that the festivities in connection with my approaching marriage must last a week. Well, I should like to do it handsomely, and I want to consult you as to the amount I ought to spend upon them.
Certainly, in which of my capacities? As First Lord of the Treasury, Lord Chamberlain, Attorney General, Chancellor of the Exchequer, Privy Purse, or Private Secretary?
Suppose we say as private secretary.
Speaking as your private secretary, I should say that as the city will have to pay for it, don't stint yourself, do it well.
Exactly. As the city will have to pay for it, that is your advice.
As private secretary. Of course you will understand that as Chancellor of the Exchequer, I am bound to see that your economy is observed.
You said just now, don't stint yourself, do it well.
As private secretary.
Now you say that your economy must be observed.
As Chancellor of the Exchequer.
I see. Well, come over here where the Chancellor can't hear us. Now then, as my solicitor, how do you advise me to deal with this difficulty?
Of course, as your solicitor, I should have no hesitation in saying chance it.
Thank you, I will.
If it were not, as Lord Chief Justice, I am bound to see that the law isn't violated.
I see. Well, come over here where the Chief Justice can't hear us. Now then, as First Lord of the Treasury?
Of course, as First Lord of the Treasury, I could propose a special vote that would cover all expenses. But then as Leader of the Opposition, it would be my duty to resist it tooth and nail. Or as Paymaster General, I could so cook the accounts that as Lord High Auditor, I should never discover the fraud. But then as Archbishop of Titipool, it would be my duty to denounce my dishonesty and give myself into my own custody as First Commissioner of Police.
That's extremely awkward.
I don't say that all these distinguished people couldn't be squared, but it is right to tell you that they wouldn't be sufficiently degraded in their own estimation unless they were insulted with a very considerable bribe.
The matter shall have my careful consideration.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. Oh, but my bride and her sister's approach, and any little compliment on your part, such as an abject grovel in a characteristic Japanese attitude, would be esteemed a favour.
Grovels is an extra.
Oh, throw in a grovel, Pooh-Bah.
No money, no grovel.
You'll be grossly insulted as usual.